तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मित्योर्मा अमृतगमय ओम शांति शांति शांति. O Lord, lead us from unreal to real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you all in this beautiful evening. I must say the two important days today. One is Good Friday, another is the birthday of direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, that is Swami Yogananda ji. If you see, after chanting Vedic mantra, we say 3 times Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Undoubtedly, the peace is a very important factor in human life. Purpose of visit to Australia is that all of you know that very recently the Vedanta movement started in Australia. Now in Australia there are 6 centers, Vedanta centers, and another in New Zealand, under the able guidance and leadership of Swami Sarvalokananda ji. Particularly, I wanted to see how Vedanta movement is going on here, though it is new movement, there is no doubt about it. And Swami Vivekananda started this movement long back, more than 100 years ago, particularly in the Western countries. Swamiji realized that Vedanta can solve the human problems, and Vedanta can make able the people to face any challenges of life. So Vedanta, all of you know that in the Western countries, not Ramakrishna Mission, so it's a Vedanta Center of Sydney, Vedanta Center of Melbourne, Brisbane, and America, Europe, and everywhere you'll find that. So Swamiji praised very much the materialistic culture of the West. He realized that the Western countries having affluence, having money, economic power, everything in the Western country is having. But the materialist, only depending on the materialistic culture, people will not get, particularly the Western people will not get the peace and happiness. That is, peace and happiness means permanent peace and happiness. We get little peace and happiness, whatever we get after getting something, after acquiring something, that peace and happiness is not permanent. It is very, very impermanent in nature. All if you can understand it, all you are realizing it. So, Swami Vivekananda very clearly said, addressing the Western people, that along with this materialistic culture, you must have what is called spiritual culture. Without spiritual culture, he very clearly said, the day will come when the Western culture, materialistic culture, will crumble into pieces. Crumble into pieces means that people will not have permanent peace and happiness. That is why he wanted to actually to have this synthesis of Western culture as well as in materialistic culture as well as the spiritual culture. Nowadays you'll find people, the Western people are being attracted to spirituality. They want to understand what is spirituality means, and they have understood to some extent that spirituality can bring peace and happiness in the life. Dear friends, affluence cannot bring peace and happiness. I will explain you very classic example happened in the life of John Rockefeller. Perhaps you have heard the name of John Rockefeller. He was the wealthiest person in America, having everything, all amenities of life, money, power, position, everything. But unfortunately, he was not having peace of mind. So much so that he was thinking to commit suicide. And many times he tried to commit suicide. One of his friends one day told John Rockefeller, some Indian yogi has come from India. You can go to him, he can solve your problem. John Rockefeller he thought, what Indian yogi, the beggar, Indian yogi means in the Western country in those days, even now, Indian yogi means beggar, roaming here and there. What he can do for me? Anyway, Swami Vivekananda was very much, he was engrossed in study some scripture in New York somewhere. And without appointment, John Rockefeller straightway went to that house and entered the house, and he found that Swami Vivekananda is very much engrossed in study. And John Rockefeller was simply standing. Then Rockefeller felt insulted. I am the oldest person in America. If I go to President of America will stand up and receive me. This fellow is not looking at me at all. What is the matter? Anyway, after some time, somebody looked at him and asked, what do you want? Then Swamiji told him everything. His personal incident happened in his life. He one by one explained to him. And he got surprised how Swami Vivekananda could know this private incident of my life. Even my wife, he doesn't know all this incident, private incident. Anyway, Swami Vivekananda said, I know why you have come to me. You have come to me for having peace of mind, I know, or happiness, whatever it may be. You do one thing. Whatever you have earned a lot of money, amassed a lot of wealth, you do something for the poor, for the unprivileged. Do something for them. But hearing this, John Rockefeller was not happy at all. Anyway, he went away. Again, after say 7 or 10 days, John Rockefeller again came to meet Swamiji with a check of heavy amount. And Swamiji also at that time was steady, totally engrossed. Then looked at him, and then John Rockefeller just simply threw check on his table, Swamiji's table. Here is the check of heavy amount. Then you can, as you said, John Rockefeller told Swamiji, as you said, that I must do something for the poor and unprivileged. So here is a check of heavy amount. And all of you know, till today, you will find the John Rockefeller Foundation in America. They do a lot of charitable work, they support many institutions, so on and so forth. Then Swami just simply saw the check and kept it. Then John Rockefeller said, you must thank me. I have donated so much of money just to create the John Rockefeller Foundation. Swamiji said, why should I thank you? Rather, you should thank me because I have prompted you to donate this money. This, dear friends, after that, Rockefeller gave up the idea of committing suicide. A kind of change, transformation came in his life. And his autography, his writing, at the fag end of my life, I have realized that the money I have collected, money I have earned, it is not mine, it is God's money. I am simply a custodian. So it is better to do some work with this money, whatever people collect or whatever people earn. And now, at the fag end of my life, I feel very peaceful life. I am very happy. So dear friends, the affluence cannot bring peace and happiness in your life. You see, neither you can purchase or sold a peace in the market. The happiness comes, peace comes from within. So it is very important. And I'd like to tell you that another very classic example of the Bhagavata, Raja Yayati. Perhaps you have read Bhagavata, you know, the Raja Yayati. He was a great king. All the time he used to enjoy. And after enjoying a lot of things, then he became old. Then he thought there are so many things to enjoy. So what he did? He had two sons. He went to one of his sons and said, "Can you give me your youth? Because I want to have another young life so that I can enjoy my life." So his son really agreed and gave youth to his father. And joy, what is called Jaya Jayati, started again enjoying life. And he became old again. And he saw that there are so many things to enjoy. Then what happened, Raja Jayati realized that enjoyment begets enjoyment. It's like a fire. Pouring butter in the fire, what will happen? Fire will go on increasing and go on increasing. So, by simply amassing money or earning money, or just to have name, fame, power, position, you cannot have peace of mind. Dear friends, you have to lead the balanced life. That is very important. Balanced life we have to live. Bhagavan Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, very beautifully said, that you must lead balanced and disciplined life. Yukta ahara viharasya. Just read the Bhagavad Gita, you will find that. Too much of eating, too much of sleeping, too much of taking rest, too much of earning money is not good. What you will do it in moderate way. Moderate way. Too much excess of anything is not good. It brings misery, no doubt about it. So there must be a balanced life. If you must bring the equilibrium of life. If there is no balance in life, then in the nature you will see the ecological imbalance. What happens in the ecological imbalance? The natural disaster, the tsunami, flood, drought, all sorts of things comes. So dear friends, you must have very balanced life, disciplined life. And Madhya Pantha, Bhagavan Buddha has said, Madhya Pantha, middle path. So too much excess of anything is not good. So that is why Bhagavan Krishna telling Arjuna that you must have balanced life. Whatever you do it in moderate way. Then only you can have peace and happiness. Otherwise you cannot have peace and happiness. You see, you have seen the deer. In the jungle, in the forest, you have seen a deer. And it is said that in the deer navel, there is a fragrance. It is called kasturi. But deer doesn't know the fragrance is coming from its navel. He runs here and there in the jungle and wants to find out in search of that fragrance, from where this fragrance is coming. And he doesn't know, running here and there, and that deer becomes tired, and what happens? Dies. So dear friends, our condition, our situation is also like this. The peace or happiness, whatever it may be, it is within. It shouldn't come from within. We do not know. We go here and there. We think that we'll get peace or happiness from the external objects. like external objects. Like from we think that peace and happiness come from money, power, name, fame, position. All these external objects. Peace and happiness will come. Dear friends, it is absolutely wrong, and it is proved that peace cannot come from external object. It should come from within, because we are all Anandamai Purusa, all Ananda, all bliss, everything within us. So we need not go outside. We need not go and search peace from outside objects. So that is why we should look within. We should look within. I was talking about the Vedanta. What do you mean by Vedanta? Very precisely, what do you mean by Vedanta? Swami Vivekananda preached Vedanta. Vedanta, very precisely, if you say, then Vedanta is, Swami Vivekananda is telling, each soul is a potentially divine. Goal is to manifest that with this divinity within. And manifesting this divinity is religion or spirituality. You are all a divine. You are not ordinary person. You are extraordinary. You are all divine, one and the same. That is why Swamiji has said time and again that all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. You must have that conviction. That all power are within you. You can do anything and everything. Swami Vivekananda said very clearly. So we all are divine. There's immense possibility within us. Immense possibilities. Potentiality. So human being is not ordinary. Don't think yourself only made of flesh, bone and blood. Is it a small biological entity? Dear friends, our spiritual scientists, acharyas and others, they have discovered, like any other what is called physical scientist, they also have discovered, spiritual scientists, our saints and seers, wonderful discovery. What is that discovery? It is the greatest discovery on this earth. That Sinnanta Vishwe Amrita Saputra, the great discovery. Discovery of man, discovery of human life. That Sinnanta Vishwe Amrita Saputra, they experienced it. And after experience, they have declared it. Sinnanta Vishwe, here all people of the whole world, whole mankind, that Sinnanta Vishwe Amrita Saputra. You are not tiny biological entity. You are the children of immortal bliss. And dear friends, when you are children of immortal bliss, joy, happiness, bliss, peace, everything within you, just you manifest it. Just you try to bring it out. That is why Swami Vivekananda preached Vedanta, in the West particularly, in the whole world. Swami Vivekananda said, my ideas can be put into few words. Swami Vivekananda said, my idea, there are many ideas of Swami Vivekananda. But he said particularly, my ideas can be put into few words. What are they? Swami is telling, my ideas can be put into few words. That is, to preach unto the mankind their divinity. Preach unto the mankind their divinity, that you are divine. That you are divine. So dear friends, problem will be there, challenges will be there. You have to face the challenge, you have to solve the problem. And in Bhagavad Gita it is nicely mentioned. In the chapter, second chapter, you will find the Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, all this sukha, dukkha, happiness, misery, sita, dukkha, situsna, sukha, dukkha, there is winter or summer, whatever it may be, cold or hot, whatever it may be. When you feel this, cold, hot, sukha, dukkha, misery, when coming to contact with the senses, Indriya. And Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, that all this experience, the dual experience, Sukha, Dukkha, then failure, success, whatever it may be, it is not permanent. Agamapayana. What does it mean, Agamapayana? They come and go, they come and go. Power will come. What is called success will come. Then failure will come, again failure will come. The success will come. Winter will come, again summer will come, summer will come, again will come. They are not permanent. Tang titikshasya bharata. O Arjuna, just you have to bear. You have to endure. There is no other way. But unfortunately, we don't have patience. We don't, what is called, endure or bear. What is called forbearance, सहनशीलता, जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं, संस्कृत में कहते हैं. सहनशीलता, endurance or forbearance. There is no other way. You have to forbear. And dear friends, in Holy Mother's life you will find, or Sri Ramakrishna's life, you will find this forbearance and endurance. In Bengali, Ma Sarda is telling, those who are Bengali can understand, I will tell in English also. Je soy se roy. क्या होगा बताओ इंग्लिश में आप बताओ. जे soy se roy. One,
perseveres. One who perseveres.
What?
One who endures.
Yes. Yes. He can pass all the, he can face the challenges or solve the problems. So soy means, J-Roy says soy. That means one who endures, one who forbears. He can become successful in his life or her life. So dear friends, the endurance is very, very important. But we don't have time, we don't have patience. We become impatient. In Kabir or some had written very beautifully, nicely. Dhire, dhire re mana, dhire sab kuch hoye. Malis siche sav ghada, jab ritu aaye tab phal hoye. What does it mean? If the gardener put 100 buckets of water in the mango tree, but mango will come only when season will come. Will not come. Before season it will not come. You may put 100 buckets of water or manure, whatever you like. But mango will not come. Mango will come only when season will be there. So dear friends, we must have this idea. We must have patience. We want growth. We want economic growth. We want all sorts of growth, our individual growth. You must have very natural growth. You must wait. But unfortunately, we don't have that patience. धैर्य नहीं है. अभी चाहिए, अभी चाहिए. And I want to tell you one thing. Everybody wants to become spiritual. Everybody wants to do spiritual sadhana. And spiritual sadhana, there is no instant coffee. There is no shortcut. There is no bypass. It takes its own time. Spiritual sadhana is a long time pursuit. ऐसे 2 दिन कर लिया या हो गया ऐसा नहीं. Constantly you have to do it. So dear friends, the peace and happiness, if you want to have, lead balanced life, then only you can have something. Then you can have peace and happiness, a reverse of the same coin. If there is a peace, then only you can have happiness. ये अशांति, peace, what do you mean by peace? क्या है peace? When we feel that we are at peace, when your mind is calm and quiet, then you experience peace. Just try to think. When your mind is scattered, mind is running here and there, then you cannot have peace. If you cannot have peace, then you cannot have happiness also. It is interconnected. So, in a calm mind, you can have peace. When your mind is disturbed, mind is going here and there. There are two kinds of mind, dear friends. One is scattered mind, one is gathered mind. And our mind is scattered mind. कितने इधर उधर कितने चीजों में माइंड भागता है, दौड़ता है. You are sitting here very quietly, I understand. But your mind has gone somewhere by this time. Here and there. So I like to tell you one incident. Because when I was in Bombay, study circle was there, devotee's house, Pata Chakra is there, devotees used to invite us, we used to go there. Then I saw the program one day in devotee's house, that half-an-hour meditation. And I mean, देखो half-an-hour मत रखो, don't keep half-an-hour meditation, you keep for 15 minutes and then after 15 minutes you can do bhajan, we can ask questions, we can also give lectures. आधा घंटा बैठ नहीं सकोगे. After 5 minutes, देखो बैठ के इधर जाएगा, उधर जाएगा, इधर जाएगा. Anyway, after 15 minutes meditation, that lady of the house, where we are having this satsang, lady of the house told Swamiji, you have said very correctly. Within 15 minutes, I couldn't concentrate my mind. My mind first went to the fridge. Whether I have kept the Swamiji's food very, what's called, rightly or not. Then I saw only, I arranged for 70 people. Now 50 people have come. Now just I was thinking what I will do with extra food for 20%. So dear friends, actually that lady was very simple. That is why she admitted. So our mind is always scattered mind. And scattered mind cannot have peace. If you want to have peace, first, concentrate your mind. You must have control over the mind. Otherwise you cannot have peace. In the disturbed mind, scattered mind, you cannot have peace. मन को संयमित करना है. मन को अगर संयमित नहीं करेंगे, इसलिए तो अभी वेस्टर्न पीपल और इंडियन पीपल, they want to do yoga, they want to do some Indian way of doing yoga, और बहुत कुछ करना चाहता है. Now Western people are being attracted to spirituality. In the Western world also, in India also, we find that nowadays seminars, symposium, workshops are going on. What is the title of the workshop? Spirituality at working place. Yes, it is needed. It is needed. They have felt, Western people or Indian people, they have felt that if you do not bring spirituality your day-to-day life, then your life will not meaningful or peaceful. Meaningful or peaceful. I have attended many seminars, I spoke also. What is the spirituality? Adhatmikata, all the time, particularly the Indian people, all the time they say, Adhatmikata. Spiritual, do we mean by spirituality? That must be very clear. सब हम आध्यात्मिक बनना चाहते हैं. There are two aspects of religion. हम धर्म के, हिंदू धर्म के हो, कोई भी धर्म के हो. There are two aspects of religion. One is the external aspect. One is the internal aspect of religion. The externals and internals. The rituals, doing puja, these, that, bhajan, kirtana, these are the externals of religion. It is needed. It is very much needed for our spiritual improvement. And there is another second is internals of religion, the core of religion. At the core of religion is the spirituality. Swami Vivekananda said very nicely, spirituality, religion is a wide term, very wide term. Most of the people are confused. Swami Vivekananda said very clearly that spirituality is the transformation of inner being. Transformation of inner being, mind this word. It will transform your mind, you transform your personality. Most of you have read the life of Ma Sarda. What Ma Sarda is telling? Though she was not educated like you and all this. Ma Sarda very nicely said, Baba in Bengali said, ধর্ম পথে কি এগিয়ে গেলে আধ্যাত্মিক পথে এগিয়ে গেলে তার কি দুটো সিং বেরোয় না, মানুষ বদলে যায়, পাল্টে যায়. What does it mean? Ma Sarda is telling, if anybody is progressing in the spiritual life, the two horns will not come out. Actually, what happens? The person who is progressing in the spiritual life, there will be transformation in his life, Rupantaran. That will be a better person. After practicing spiritual sadhana, he will be a better person. So perhaps you heard the name of Swami Ranganathananda ji. He was a great orator. He was 13th president of our order. Great orator. A great exponent of Vedanta. He is telling whether you are progressing in the spiritual life or not. Because when devotees come there, Maharaj, we cannot control our mind. When you do sit for japa, then mind goes and here and there, all sorts of things. There is no spiritual progress. Dear friends, how you can understand the spiritual progress, whether you are progressing in the spiritual or life or not? Very precisely he told. What he told? He said that there are three conditions, Swamiji's, Ranganathanji. Can you love others? We love others, but हम क्या करते हैं? We love only our friends, I mean our children, wife, husband, this and that. Our love is limited, confined within the family members. Ranganathan is telling you can love others without any distinction. You can love the street boy. You can love the slum boy. Of course, here there is no slum. In India, there is slum. Can you love? If you love others without any distinction, भेदभाव से अगर आप प्यार कर सकते हैं, then you are progressing in the spiritual life. Very simple, very clear. Can you feel oneness with others? What does it mean, feeling oneness with others? You must understand this term. Swamiji is telling, can you feel oneness with others? Yes, we feel oneness with others. Husband feel oneness with wife, wife feel oneness with husband. Or with children, they feel oneness with the children. But can you feel oneness with that slum boy, with the street boy? If you can feel oneness with all others, then you are progressing in the spiritual life, otherwise not. Third is telling, Maharaj is telling, third condition, whether he is progressing in the spiritual life or not, that is, have you attained peace of mind? If you have attained peace of mind, then you can radiate that peace around you. If you can do that, then you are progressing in the spiritual life. Otherwise not. So dear friends, spiritual life means the balanced life, the disciplined life, nothing else. So peace and happiness is a very important factor in our human life. And Bhagavan Krishna has told Arjuna how to have permanent peace and happiness. You see the life of Arjuna. He was a great archer of his time, great warrior. Arjuna has not seen defeat in his life. He is a great person, great Dhanurdhara, Jodha. And when that Arjuna is going to the battlefield, and after survey, who are the opposite camp of the enemy, after seeing them, Arjuna got nervous, perturbed, a kind of weakness overpowered Arjuna. And Jodha like Arjuna said, warrior like Arjuna, archer, best archer of his time, said that he will not fight. Why? He went to Kurukshetra, battlefield of Kurukshetra, to fight against Kaurava. But what happened? Arjuna telling, no, Arjuna is an ordinary person like you and me. He was a great warrior. Because a kind of weakness. What kind of weakness? Durbalta. That weakness, the cause of the weakness is attachment. Attachment towards his Keet and Keen, the cousins, the teacher, Acharya, the Visapitva, my grandfather, this, that, grandfather. He developed that attachment. And the attachment brings weakness. You see, Yudhishthira, he has a blind attachment for his children. Yudhishthira knows, Dhritarashtra knows, कि this Duryodhana and others, they are not at all good person. They do all sorts of unrighteous deed. But knowing all these things, Dhritarashtra is supporting his son Duryodhana. Because of attachment, because of moha. मोहंधा हो गया, मोह से आंख से तो दिखता ही नहीं था और बुद्धि भी उसका अंधा हो गया था, बुद्धि भ्रष्ट. His intellect was totally destroyed. Discrimination power is gone. So that is why Prerna Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna that give up this weakness. When you are a Kshatriya, you fight. So dear friends, we have to accept this challenge. All the time we tell, "Arey acha nahi hai, ye problem, this problem, that problem." Everything will be there, all problems will be there, dukkha will be there, misery will be there. What to do? But you have to accept them gracefully and gladly. This is the only way. Gracefully and what is called gladly. Accept it. What to do? Dukkha will come. Can you show me a person that dukkha has not come, misery has not come? Or that person, any person has not suffered from any kind of misery? Dukkha will come, failure will come, success will come. Our young brothers and sisters are standing on his when they could not succeed in the examination, then why? You must have the sportsman spirit. The sportsman never loses heart. Yes, this time I have not succeeded, next time I will do it. So this failure and success come in a cycle. It is called in our Shastra, Sukhani, Dukhani, Chakravat Parivartante. Chakravat Parivartante. It will come in cycle. So dear friends, you must take all these things in this way, the positive way. Positive way, it is called positive way. सब कुछ आएगा, दुख आएगा, कष्ट आएगा, everything will come, take it gladly and accept it gladly. I have seen many people suffering from physical ailments. When I was in charge, Maharaj was telling what is called there, Seva Pratishthan. I have seen many people are suffering. They are feeling excruciating pain, physical pain. I used to say, "How are you?" "Swamiji, I'm happy. Really, I'm happy." Instead of having excruciating physical pain, suffering, I am telling happy. And if you got some other patient, I used to go, The little pain or something, little disease or something, oh बाप रे मर गया, हमको ये हो गया. They do not know how to accept it. They do not know the technique. Dear friends, you must know the technique of living life, peaceful and meaningful life. We do not know the technique. Bhagavan Gita is telling, Yoga Karmasu Kausalam. You do not know the kausal, the art of living. कैसे जीवन जीना है. Actually, I will tell you the example happened in my life. Some devotees, somebody from America sent me a tape recorder, long tape recorder. And he has given this wire and all sorts of things. Just I opened. I did not know anything how to operate it. I have not gone through the operating module. Everybody knows that that voltage is different, you know. तो मैं तो कुछ जानता नहीं था. मैं तो ऐसा लगा दिया प्लग और इसमें लगा दिया. बॉम्बे में जो था भ्रंग सा हो जल के खराब हो गया. So I then asked that devotee, what kind of tape recorder you have given? So Swamiji, have you gone through the operating manual? Well, I have not gone through the operating manual. You should have read the operating manual. How to operate it. Dear friends, similarly, in Gita class I was telling that day, similarly we do not know, we must know the operating manual. How to operate our life, how to live our life, how to deal our life. We do not know. That is why Bhagavan Krishna is telling how to lead a peaceful life. You have read Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan Krishna is telling Samatya Yoga Uchyate. Read Bhagavad Gita. Regular Gita. Don't think Bhagavan Krishna is only singing and the dry philosophy or some poetical imagination. Each and every word of Bhagavad Gita is so strengthening. It gives strength. So, karma so kausala. It is called, what shall I tell? Yoga, Samatya yoga uchyate. What does it mean? Samatya yoga uchyate. Samatya means equanimity of mind. Then you will not suffer if you maintain that. You will not become depressed. You will not have depression, mental depression. That is called Samatya yoga uchyate. What is that Samatya, equanimity of mind? Mind this word. Samatya means samata. Under any situation, whether situation is favorable or situation is not favorable, you maintain the equanimity of mind. When anybody gets success, then बहुत आनंद करता है. You get elated, express your joy and happiness, this, that. When success comes, and then failure comes, no. Bhagavan Krishna said, no. You also accept it gladly and sportingly when failure comes. The person is a yogi. Person can have peace and happiness when he or she maintains the equanimity of mind in both the situation. Do you understand? Both the situation. Whether the situation is favorable, whether you are successful or not, whether you are utterly failure. Both the situation, if you keep your mind quiet, then you can have peace and what is called, you will not suffer from any kind of mental depression. That is something I was just going through the what is called statistics. In your Australia, you must know better than me. In Australia, 1.5 lakh लोग 1.5 lakh क्या कितना मिलियन होता है आप हिसाब कर लो कितना मिलियन होता है 150,000 million 150,000 150,000 million, जो भी हो, they are committing suicide or they are trying to commit suicide in Australia. Why? Affluence is there, everything is there, all amenities of life are there. Why they are committing suicide? See the developed country, Japan, America, UK और यूरोप जितने कंट्री में हैं, that the suicidal rate, suffering from all kind of mental stress and strain. क्यों बढ़ता है? इसलिए होता है कि जब हम actually what happened? Why we feel frustrated? क्यों? This is a chain reaction. You read Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. When your desires are not fulfilled, it leads to what? Anger. When your desire is not fulfilled, you can realize yourself that गुस्सा आ जाता है. We feel anger. ऐसा नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं हुआ. Then anger leads to what? Sammoha. You are in delusion. You are in moha. And leads to buddhinas. It will destroy your intellect. So there is a chain reaction. That is why we feel frustrated, we suffer from mental tension and stress. That is why Bhagavan Buddha, he did great discovery. He was Siddhartha. When he was a prince, the astrologer came and told that he will become, either he will become Chakravarti Raja or Sannyasin, mendicant. Then his father was very much perturbed. What will happen? His only son. Then put him in such a way, all luxury, all comforts, so the worldly misery cannot touch him. And that is why it is said that Raja Suddhodana made 6 palaces for 6 seasons. Autumn, spring, winter, summer, 6 seasons. But Prince Siddhartha was tired of this comfort and all sorts of things. One day he called his charioteer, take me to the city of Suddho, it is called Kapilavastu. I like to see. I have not gone out. Really, he has not gone out. Since birth, he was in the palace only. Then just, he was on the street. What the 4 scenes he saw? बोलो एक बोलो, आप तो सब बहुत जानते हैं. The 4 scene, सभी जानते हैं आप. 4 scene जो है, 4 scene. पहले देख रहा है कि one person is just lying on the roadside and क्या करता है? रोता है. He was just suffering, shouting. Then Prince Siddhartha doesn't have any idea or experience. He asking chariot, why that person is lying on the roadside and just is crying and shouting. Sir, this is called diseased person. He is suffering from incurable disease. Oh, this is disease. Yes, it will come to me. Yes, it will come to you also one day. Whatsoever you may be. It will come to you also. A time will come. Disease will come to you also. Will come to me also. All right. Then, और आगे बढ़ता है तो one person with a tottering, with a stick. I said, why he is doing like this? Bent and tottering. It is called old age. Old age, अच्छा? ऐसा होता है मनुष्य को, हाँ ऐसा होता है. It will come to me, yes, he will become also one day, whatever it may be. You may be Prince Siddhartha, doesn't matter. It will come to you. One day you will become old also. Then another scene. Ram Ram Satya hai. The 4 people are carrying something, carrying dead body. Then he asked, what is this? The 4 people are carrying something, but the person has died. The dead person is being taken to criminal, it's called funeral ground. Then Siddhartha said, this is the fate of human life. Disease will come, death will come, old age will come. Sata Bhikara is there, that I am not going to tell. The 6 changes. Human body goes through the 6 changes. Everything goes through the 6 changes. It is called Sata Bhikara. That now I am going to explain to you, better than me. Anyway, then Siddhartha is telling, ये सब तो खाली दुख ही दुख है. And he left everything. Left his kingdom, left his beautiful wife, son, everything. And he did his sadhana. Deep sadhana. And deep sadhana, he realized and he declared, Dukkham, Dukkham, Sarvam Dukkham. Only misery and misery everywhere. Then what is the cause of misery? That also he has told. Cause of dukh ka karan kya hai? What is the cause of misery? We are having lot of misery, lot of dukkha. What is the cause of misery? He discovered, discovery पहले, लेकिन he very clearly told, the cause of misery is Trishna, Tanaha, Pali language. It is called desire, Kamana or Vasana. Desires make your life horrible if it is not fulfilled. There are many desires. And there is an end to desire. Just somebody is having this model of car and is thinking how I'll get another model of car. That also you got. Then another model of car, another model of car. There is an end to desire. There is no end to desire. ये मकड़ी उकड़ी और भी कैसा अच्छा अच्छा मिलेगा और भी. So there is no end to desire. When your desires are not fulfilled, that is a Bhagavan Buddha said, that cause of misery, root cause of misery is Trishna, Tanaha, Pali word, Trishna, Kamana Vasana, the desires. लेकिन ये इसका भी हम कैसे दूर कर सकते हैं? हाउ वी कैन रिमूव, उसका भी कारण बताया. डायग्नोसिस तो हो गया. दुख का कारण है तृष्णा. द कॉज ऑफ मिजरी इज डिजायर्स. And how we can minimize your desire? That is why also he said Ashtanga Marga. Right thinking, right? If you read teaching Bhagavan Buddha, you will get it. So, dear friends, then you may raise question. You are all human beings. We must have some desires. And we have come here to this world to satisfy our desire, fulfill our desires. Yes, it is true. It is true. So होना ही चाहिए. It is true. But you must have control over your desires. Otherwise, the desires, you must rein the desire. Unrein horse, you do not know where that unrein horse may take you here and there, and it may kill also your life if you can. So this you must rein your desire. लगाम चढ़ाओ अपने वासना और कामनाओं पर. तब तो होगा, नहीं कुछ नहीं होगा. And that is why Sri Ramakrishna used to tell a story. 2 stories used to tell to teach us. I like to tell you 1 story only because time is just 1 or 2 minutes is there. So, what is called, that story is like this. Perhaps all of you may know the Kalpataru story. The characteristics of the Kalpataru tree is, if anybody goes below the tree and asks for something, immediately it is granted. Jo mangega wohi milega. This is the characteristic. It is said in the Purana when the demon and the goddess and the god and goddesses and demon, they were just churning the ocean. And it is said in the Purana, after churning, many things came out from churning the sea, ocean. Amrita also came out, Airava, these, that, jewels, and Kalpataru Vriksha also came out. And the characteristics of Kalpataru, I told you, if you just go and ask, it will be granted. One person was very much tired, just was going somewhere, and because tired, he sat under the tree, but that traveler did not know that is a Kalpataru tree. He was just sitting below the Kalpataru tree, and he was thinking, I am very much tired. If I get a glass of water, my thirst will be quenched. As he prayed, immediately water came and he quenched his thirst. It's a Kalpataru Vriksha. And then he was thinking, oh, I'm hungry also, it's good food. पिज़्ज़ा वजह सब तो नहीं था, अगर कुछ मिल जाए तो बहुत अच्छा है. If I get something, food, I am very hungry. जैसे ही बोला बहुत खाना आ गया. Food came and he enjoyed the food. Now what he was thinking? My whole, I am very tired, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't take rest. If I get little bed, then I can lie down on the bed, I can sleep nicely. जैसा ही बोला वैसा ही बेड भी आ गया और बेड के ऊपर सो गया. जब अच्छा नींद आएगा, जब मैं सोच रहा था अच्छा नींद तो आएगा ठीक है, लेकिन my whole body is aching. If somebody do massage, then it will be better. Then somebody came and do massage. And he simply slept. When he opened his eye, it was in evening. Then he was thinking in the evening, I am here, nobody is here, only I am here. And it is a dense forest, and this forest is infested with worldly animals. If worldly animals means tiger, lion, if it comes and जैसा ही सोचा वैसा ही बाघ आया, tiger came and what is the moral of this story? You must understand. Moral of this story is Sri Ramakrishna wanted to teach us through this story that you must have a control over your desire. अगर नहीं होगा तो your condition will be like of that what? Traveler. So ऐसा ही है. So lead good life, lead a balanced life, lead disciplined life, have control over your mind as well as your desire. Definitely you will have peace and happiness. There is no other way. कोई तंत्र मंत्र नहीं है, कोई मंत्र नहीं है, कोई टैबलेट नहीं है, कोई मेडिसिन नहीं है जो आपको which will bring you permanent peace and happiness. This is the only way. Bas, now time is over, 1 hour is over. So thank you very much for patience hearing.
Just 15 minutes we have allotted for some question and as Maharaj will answer. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask Swami whatever question you like. Of course, it should be within the topic.
First question of me.
Yes.
Discipline balanced life, you told me. Just, we don't know how much the discipline balanced life, how much material, how much spiritual. Just very confused. Just guide me.
Not only confusion, you know what are your requirements. क्या चाहिए? What do you want actually? A good house to live in, good clothing, and some money just to establish your son or daughter, whatever it may be. This is a necessity of life. Everybody knows it. And beyond that, if you want, I want money, everybody knows how much you have to earn and how you will earn money. There are many people, they earn money dishonest way. This is not the proper way. But everybody knows how much money you should earn and how you should earn and what is your demand. Everybody knows. Every human being knows. कौन नहीं जानता है? Everybody knows. So, no mixing or spirituality or discipline ऐसा नहीं. ये आधा की 50%, 20% material और 75% spiritual ऐसा नहीं होता है. There is no such percentage. Both should go together. Both should go together. Only material, only money and nothing, then it will not. It's a percentage ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता ना कि now I'm telling you, you are right. अब कोई आदमी है उसको ज़्यादा परसेंटेज लगेगा स्पिरिचुअलिटी का, किसी को कम लगेगा. It depends. It varies man to man. Yes. बताओ. You are young, my sisters, you tell. We have to go long way in your life, long journey.
Just a very basic query, like even if you try to keep your mind calm, there are sometimes external influences like social media or people around you that might tell you otherwise in case you're failing and you still want to keep your mind calm. How do you deal with that and not let it influence you?
You see, always there will be influence, always there will be disturbance, and what you have to think to have control over your mind, and just to calm down your mind, Bhagavan Krishna has told very clearly. Very clearly. There is no other way. There is no medicine, there is no shortcut, there is no bypass. Bhagavan, when Arjuna is telling, it is not your question, it is question since the dawn of human civilization, this question, how to have control over mind, how we can avoid this influence, outside influence of influencing our mind. So Bhagavan Arjuna is telling, Chanchalangi mana Krishna pramati blagaradam. Read Bhagavad Gita. Mind is very turbulent, restless, outside, influenced by outside things. Bhagavan Krishna is replying, Bhagavan Krishna is answering, yes, I know. Mind is very turbulent, mind is very restless. And how mind is turbulent and restless? All of you know. You are here now, immediately, no time your mind will go somewhere. This is the velocity of mind, you can say. Whatever it may be, Bhagavan Krishna is telling very clearly, Abhyasena takunteya vairagyachena giriyate. There is no other way. You do constant practice, let it come. Do it constant, let outside influence come, whatever it may be. Constantly you do it. Practice is constant practice. Ek din kiya, do din nahi kiya. No. Continuously, whether you like it or not, whether you are not relishing what is called in meditation or japam, that doesn't matter, but you have to do it. Constantly you have to do it, and another part you don't do it. That is vairagya. Chagiriyate. What is the vairagya? घर द्वार छोड़ के सब भाग जाना. What is vairagya? Detachment. Very good, very nicely you have told. It is very difficult to practice. But at the same time, constant practice and detachment, both are needed to have control over your mind. Outside, because you know, if you read Kathopanishad, it is said, God has made our mind outgoing tendency. Mind and senses, उसके जरिए तो हम सब कुछ करते हैं. Mind and senses are having outgoing tendency. मन always बाहर भागता है. Mind and sense always having this outgoing tendency. So we have to bring back that mind inside, inward. Whatever it may be, that is it, there is no other way. You have to practice it. You have to tell your mind. It is called taming the mind. ये वर्ल्डली जो जानवर होता है, पेट्स होता है, उसको आप टेमिंग करते हैं ना. टेमिंग, इट इज कॉल्ड टेमिंग. You have also the दुष्ट मन को, that this turbulent mind and restless mind को you have to tame. You have to tame. It is called taming the mind. Mind, you should be master of the mind, not slave to your mind. But unfortunately, all of us are slave to our mind, not master of our mind. वही तो साधना है. This is a spiritual practice. What else? Man, if you have control over the mind, thus everything is done. वो तो बहुत outside influence will come, everything will come, but you have to be very strong. कि नहीं, वो सब कुछ नहीं करना है. बोलो और क्या है?
Swamiji, my experience is that if you put your mind into some hobby or creativity, we all have a seed of creativity within us.
Yes.
Then you can have a better control over your mind.
Yes, definitely. If you are doing a spiritual sadhana, whether you are singing, whether you are doing japam, whether you are meditating, whatever it you are doing, It is the way of doing or controlling the mind. You see, your singing, it brings concentration. How much concentration it brings when you sing, when you play anything, tabla instrument. I have seen your house today, I went there, you have got a lot of instruments. So you're engaging your mind in very good things. It's very good.
Or everybody may not be inclined musically.
No, not music.
It could be anything, writing.
देखो, you engage your mind in good things, simply. But all the time we do not engage our mind in good things. In evil things also we engage our mind. That is called positivity and negativity. What is positivity? A lot of discussions are going on positivity and negativity. Positive energy, negative energy. Positivity means sakaratmak bhavna, जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं. But Swami Vivekananda said very nicely. What is positive thought, positive thinking, positive emotion? The thought makes you vibrant, strong. That is positivity. In a simple way I am telling you. The thought, the idea makes you weak. Physically, intellectually, morally and spiritually, reject that thought, the negative thought, like a poison. Then engage your mind in good things. Kitab padhiye. But you don't read good books. Engage your mind in reading good books. That day I telling you, that day I went outside, I am telling Swami Vivekananda's companion, when he was wandering monk for many years, 7 or 8 years. What was company? क्या था उनके पास? He used to keep 2 books, 2 or 3 whatever in books, Bhagavad Gita, और वो क्या, Silence of Imitation of Christ, St. Lawrence को उसका पता. Good books, your company, good company. Read 2 books. So engage your mind in good things. Definitely you will have control over your mind. खराब चीज को ही तो माइंड को हमको इधर उधर भगा के ले जाता है. So you are doing wonderful thing. Do it. Go on. Yes.
I think happiness is a modern construct.
तो कौन भाई?
Happiness is a modern construct.
Concept.
Construct of the mind. We need to be happy because humankind has, for me, it is only about obligation and doing your duty, and it brings you peace.
Yes. Yes, that is why Bhagavan Krishna has tell, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. We do our duty, but at the same time we expect something in return. That is the problem. That is why Bhagavad Gita में भगवान कृष्ण ने उन्होंने कहा, clearly said, Karmanyevadhikaraste. You have right to work, you have right to do your duty, but you have no right to fruit of your action. आप काम करते जाइए, yes, but in return you don't expect anything. Don't expect anything. Then otherwise you expect something, कि I have done this work, what will be the result? Then we'll end up in trouble. Because you have no control over your fruit of action. You see arrow, if you just throw the arrow, you don't have control over the arrow. Arrow may hit the target or arrow may not hit the target. Similarly, the fruit of action, you do not know. The result may not be up to the expectation, or result may be good, but it is said, everywhere it is called law of action. Law of action means, law of karma, it is said, that if you do good work, you will get good result. Nobody can stop it. If you do bad work, you will get bad result. Nobody can stop it. No power on earth can stop it. With this attitude you do work. बस हो गया, पीस आ जाएगा.
Time is
This time is 10 हो गया.
So it was a very engaging session.